Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we talk about the process of first language acquisition, how the first language is being acquired. Actually, the first thing we need to bear in mind when we talk about first language acquisition or the acquisition of the native language is that much of second language research is based on child language acquisition. This is because the process of first language acquisition and second language goes in parallel, meaning that children who acquire their first language, okay, and adults who acquire their second language normally go through a series of predictable stages, meaning that on those series of predictable stages can be the same or very similar, meaning that it's expected that the errors made by adults once developing their L2 system and children who develop their L1 system make similar errors once moving from one stage to another. For example, children who acquire the negative system or the question formation, okay, of their first language and adults who learn, for example, native speakers of English children learning or acquiring English as their native language, and learners of English as a second language once they acquire, for example, the negative system of English. It's expected that they pass through the same stages, starting with the one word, then following that they add the question word, okay, in second stage, and stage 3 they add the copula, okay. After that they add a copula that or the auxiliary that distinguish gender and number, okay, and following that they make subject verb agreement, okay, and the last stage is actually forming full sentence or full question, okay. So based on those stages we can make a conclusion that children and adults once acquiring either the first language or the second language, they move through the same or similar stages, beginning from the first stage till stage 5 or stage 6. And we exemplified actually the question formation. And this is actually can be applicable to all language items. Okay, this can be applicable actually to the acquisition of questions. Okay, can be applicable to the acquisition of negatives or even statements once they once a child or an adult tries to produce his first sentence. He starts normally with a child starts with cooing, crying, following that one word or single word stage, two word stage. After that, they merge two or three words together to compose a phrase or a clause. Following that, they use content words, then the acquisition of grammatical or function words comes later, and after that they their language is characterized as telegraphic language, and the last stage of acquisition is actually the acquisition of morphology, where children acquire the inflectional system of their second language or their first language, meaning that the conclusion we can make a conclusion here of this video by saying that the process of first language and second language is actually intimately related as children and adults um, in their acquisition of the first or the second language pass it through the same stages. يعطيكم العافية.